Taming our toddler brain is a really great tool for helping to calm the nervous system. And it's a way for us to respond to symptoms and sensations in our body and in our brain in a way that helps them to calm down, in a way that helps the brain to realize that we are safe and that it is safe to be in this body right now and in this moment right now. So when we talk about calming the toddler brain, it's about recognizing that there is a part of our brain that is stuck on high alert, and it is centered in the limbic system. Limbic system looks like this. It's right in the middle, just above your brainstem. But it's also recognizing that your brain, especially this part, not just this part, but all of it, doesn't speak English. It speaks in physical symptoms. It speaks in panic and pain and anxiety and fatigue when it's scared, just like a toddler. This is why we can call it the toddler brain, because the responses are the same as when a small child is finding life really, really difficult. So when we talk to the toddler brain, if a child is terrified of the dark and it's screaming that there's a monster under the bed, you don't stand in the door and shout, "Shut up. There is no monster. Stop screaming. Go back to sleep." Because that response would only terrify and prove to that poor toddler. So if we think about the toddler as your nervous system, to your nervous system, that there is danger in the room and that indeed your bedroom in the dark is a dangerous place. What we would do is we would go and sit on the edge of the bed and we would say to that child in the softest, most soothing voice, "It's okay." We might turn on a nightlight. We might calmly and confidently lift up the bed covers and show that there is no monster under that bed. That child, that toddler, is completely safe. And this is exactly how we want to treat the limbic system, our brain, when we have some symptoms when it's throwing symptoms at us, because it is throwing symptoms because it is terrified. And there are different ways that we can do this. We need to meet our inner parent to be able to find the voice that we need to use to be able to help us feel safe and calm. But we also need to meet that inner toddler, that inner cage child, because once we start to see who we're talking to, we can start to create a relationship and we can start to extricate the parts of our brain that we need to in order to be able to recognize that we are safe. This is metacognition, okay? This is a way to think about who we are and how we are without feeling that everything is happening to me right now, okay? This starts to distance ourselves from all of those symptoms. So meeting our inner toddler. And a note on inner toddlers, the amazing Raylan Agel, she has Pierre. He's not a toddler, he's a caveman. He's a French caveman. And when she imagines her French caveman, she imagines him with his big club having a huge meltdown moment. And she helps him and soothes him. And she puts him to bed under a tree and gets him some wine and gets him some cheese and a baguette. And she helps him just feel really, really calm so she can put him to sleep, because when she puts him to sleep, it means that actually she can start to notice and calm down in her own body. I've got Mama Kanga, who is my parent, but when I think about my inner toddler, my limbic system, I have Amy Winehouse and all of her chickens, because my brain is made up of instead of my amygdala, she's my amygdala Winehouse, and all of the chickens are all of the different symptoms, and they're all clucking around, and she's having a real moment because she's super duper stressed. But also I've got a part of my brain which is it's the cingulate gyrus. I call her my Christina Aguilera's. And what happens in my brain when I'm having all of my symptoms is Christina starts singing to Amy, and Amy starts singing back. And when Amy sings, all of the chickens start to calm down and everyone just ends up having this lovely duet, and I get to listen to my favorite songs in my head, and all of my chickens start to just calm down and stop clucking. It doesn't have to make sense. It only has to make sense to you. And the more joyful and the more vivid it can be, the easier it is for you to engage with. Robbie Williams has Blanche. Blanche is his anxiety, completely different to Robbie. They can look like anything. So when I say inner toddler, it's the inner version of you that you can talk to help you calm down, okay? So We're going to put our hands on our chest if we need to. We're going to drop our head and close our eyes. And we're just going to imagine meeting our inner toddler, okay? So, what do they look like? Do they even have a body? Are they a shape or a colour, or are they just a feeling? And I say just a feeling. I know that some of our feelings are bigger than the whole world. What are they doing? Is there more than one of them? Are they being frantic? When our symptoms are high, can we imagine them being frantic and then imagine soothing them into stillness and peace? What would help soothe this amazing part of you? What are they called? Is there a name or a word that suits them? Can you say to yourself, I give myself permission to be silly. I give myself permission to find the most joyful version of this. Can I find a way to make this feel like it's fun for me? We're going to sit and breathe and just look at who this version of our brain is. We're going to do 5 long, slow breaths. We're just going to look at them. And exhale. Can you see their face? Do they have a face? Do they have a voice? Can you say hello? Can you see a way to help them rest and calm down and find peace? Now you can say goodbye and wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes and open your eyes, because anytime you want to meet them, they are there. Anytime your symptoms are feeling huge, you're allowed to go and say, hey limbic system, hey little bit of my brain, I see you, and this is how we're going to calm down, because we are safe. Well done. We need to lean into the joy. Let's be joyful. Let's meet ourselves with love. Let's meet ourselves with kindness. You've got this.